Assalamualaikum, we are from group 3 and we will explain to you about what is admixture. Admixture can be defined as a material other than water, aggregate, cementation material and fiber reinforcement. Use it as an ingredient of a cementation mixture to modify it freshly mixed setting or hardened properties, and that is added to the batch before or during its mix. Today we will explain to you apa benda aku baca. There is 8 things you need to know about admixture. First, the function of admixture. Second, type of admixture. Third, air entering. Fourth, water reducing. Fifth, returning. Sixth, accelerating. 7, plasticizers. 8, benefit of using mineral admixture. And now we will go to the first function of admixture.
Okay, hi, I'm Azri. Okay, I will explain you of the function of admixture, which is first is to increase the rate of stranger development at early age. Calcium chloride is the most widely used accelerator. Okay, to retain the initial setting time while pumping the concrete over a long distance. Next is to increase the workability without changing the water content, and to improve the workability of flowability of concrete, and the last is to increase the strength and durability of the concrete. Okay, that's all for me. Bye bye.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nusabina. I'm gonna tell you about the type of admixture. Admixture can be roughly divided into the following group. First, cyanic admixture. This kind of admixture is used to improve the resistance of concrete. Next, chemical admixture. They are water-soluble compounds at primarily to control setting and early hardening of fresh concrete or to reduce the water requirement. After that, mineral admixture. They are finely divided solids to improve workability, durability, or provide additional cementing properties. For example, like silica, film, fly ash, and poplar. The last is miscellaneous admixture. This admixture can fall under the above categories such as lattice, corrosion, inhibitor, and offensive admixture. Thank you for me.
Air entering admixture. Air entering agents. The following type of air entering agents are used for making air entering concrete: natural wood resin, animal and vegetable fats and oils such as tallow, olive oil and their fatty acid, such as citric or oxalic acid. Various wetting agents such as alkali salt or sulfate and sulfonated organic compound. Water soap of resin acid and animal and vegetable fatty acid. Miscellaneous materials such as sodium salt and protein sulfuric acid, hydrogen peroxide and aluminum powder, etc. Entering admixtures used to purposely introduce and stabilize microscopic air bubble in the concrete. The main reason for air entrainment is to improve the durability of the concrete to freeze-thaw dehydration. Entrained air voids, usually size ranging from 50 microns to 200 microns, distribute evenly in the entire mass of the concrete. As unreacted water freeze, it expands 9% by volume on phase change. This internal volume expansion causes internal stress in the matrix. It can generate cracks in the concrete. Effect of air on other concrete properties: increased workability and cohesion of fresh concrete, considerable reduction in bleeding and segregation, decreased strength 10 to 20% of most air-entered concrete, increased durability. If a lower water cement ratio is used to account for the increased lump sum of the strength, reduction will be offset. In addition, the lower water concrete ratio that can be used and the better compaction increase the resistance of chemical attack, improve placeability and early finishing, decrease the permeability and reduce the unit weight. So for accelerators, first of all is the admixtures that causes an increase the rate of hydration of the hydraulic cement and thus shortens the time of setting, increases the rate of strength development. They are used to speed construction, permitting earlier removal of formwork, earlier finishing of surface, or earlier load carrying capacity. This also include admixtures for quick setting application in a few minutes, like shotcreting, plugging leaks, and emergency repairs. They can also be beneficial for cold weather concreting.
WRA, also known as water reducing admixture, is used where high degree of workability is required. The function of WRA is to build a thin walls retaining structure with high percentage of steel reinforcement, for example, deep beams, column and beam junction, trimming concreting, pumping of concrete, hot water of concreting, concrete to convey it for considerable distance, and in ready-mix concrete industry. WRA used to reduce the amount of water necessary to produce concrete of given consistency to increase the slump for a give water concrete ration or to obtain specific strength at lower cement content. The presence of certain surface active agent or chemical in water reducing admixtures give the property of including a repelling forces between cement particle and therefore act as dispensing agent in concrete. WRA can be divided into plasticizer and super plasticizer. That's all only. Retarding admixture are used to slow down the speed of reaction between cement and water by affecting the growth of hydration product or reducing the rate of water penetration to the cement particle. The use of retarder will increase the setting time and may delay strength development of the concrete. Retarder can be used to allow placing of the large pour of concrete over several hours. Second, to place concrete in layer without cold joint. Third, to extend the time between mixing and placing. It also to prevent the setting of the concrete in the truck in case of delay. The typical material used are retarder, lignin, gypsum, borax, sugar, tartaric acid, and salt. Chemical admixture. Retarder effect on concrete properties. First, delay the set of concrete. It is because some are water reduced, they may increase the amount of entertained air. Second, increase slump. They may increase the rate of slump loss though the set has been retarded, thus decreasing the time available for placing.
Now, I want to talk about plasticizers. These admixtures are used for following purposes, which are to achieve a higher strength by decreasing the water-cement ratio at the same workability as an admixture's free mix, and it used to increase the workability so as to ease placing in accessible locations. Other than that, the function of plasticizers is dispersion is the Portland cement, being in fine state, will have a tendency to flocculate in wet concrete. This for entraps certain amount of water used in the mix. The other one is lubricating. The agents are organic by nature, thus they lubricate the mix, reducing the friction and increasing the workability. Dah. Teruk sangat aku. Sangkut-sangkut. Tak apalah kot.
Today we are going to talk about mineral admixtures. So, mineral admixtures is finally made by dividing the siliceous materials which are added to the concrete in a large amounts. So, what's the function of mineral admixtures? Mineral admixtures is used to decrease the workability and setting time of concrete, but increase the heat of hydration and reactivity. So there are two types of mineral admixtures. First is the natural pozzolans. They have clay and shells. Artificial pozzolans is the second one, which they have fly ash and blast furnace slag. So what are the benefits of mineral admixtures? First, they can enhance the workability of fresh concrete. Second, they can improve the resistance of concrete to thermal cracking. Thirdly, they have alkali aggregate expansion and sulfate attack. And last but not least, they can enable a reduction in cement content. And that's all for mineral admixtures, and we are going to move to the next one.